Hello, Australian charities. My name is Aaron, and this is Wattle Labs. So, Wattle Labs has some pretty amazing technology that can help you understand your donors like you have never understood them before. We have actually acquired under NDA Tasmanian charity data for a variety of charities, and we've done some analysis and profiling. We'd just like to show you what we can come up with. So, we can profile your donors to improve your sales and marketing. That's above and below the line. Our psychometric profiles of your donor data and your donations will then, you'll see, enable you to construct better above and below the line marketing campaigns and content, really understand how you should be connecting with your donors en masse. Our technology works at the individual level as well, so you can profile individual people and understand exactly who every single donor is. What you would really do is classify people, for example, as into high income, middle income, low income. We can then segment your donors into the different buckets. We can then figure out what campaign would psychologically target each of those segments. And just for fun, we also have Australian FMCG data. We can take your donation data and we can recommend different locations. So we can psychometrically profile locations and stores. We can do really amazing things. I'll get to that. We can help you co-market with brands such as Qantas and CBA. We can also quantify the value of that co-marketing opportunity. And typically this is done by sharing data. So what you would do is you would share Qantas loyalty data with Australian Red Cross data, and then you'd figure out who does what with propensity models. It's highly risky. Wattle Labs has technology to enable Qantas to recommend products to the right donors within the Australian Red Cross or whatever without sharing any PII data. That's because we're working on fundamental intrinsic properties of products, flights, and people. Fundamentally better technology, but anyway, a lot of talking. I'm just going to show you what we can do. We can profile everyone in Australia, but what we've done is under NDA, we got charity data. So we can have a look at the typical donor in Australia, seniors. It's in fact the low income earners, low education, who live in suburbia and with an Australian culture, family background. They work in an office or did work in an office, have a responsible personality, community focus, relaxed schedule, and good health. So typically a donor is 65 to 69 years old, 2 to 1 in favour of being female, married, 2 children, used to work in healthcare and social assistance and were formerly professional, most likely no qualification, Australian. But we can look at the statistical factors that make people donate. Living in suburbia is one of the highest indicators of being a donor. Same with the age, the generation, senior, obviously, being in good health. Your typical donor, Margaret, is a vibrant and active woman in her late 60s living in a cosy suburb of Sydney. As a senior, she enjoys the tranquility and community spirit of suburban life, where she's resided for many years with her husband, John. I won't go through everything because there's just too much data to go through, but she's got dreams to travel to Europe with her husband and explore historical sites, desires to spend time with her family and grandchildren. Her fears are health issues and aging, financial insecurity in retirement. Her worries include the health concerns again, financial concerns come up again. She's motivated by spending quality time with her grandchildren and her family and maintaining a healthy and active lifestyle. Her goals, similarly. Her interests include gardening, traveling, cooking, reading, and grandparenting. The reason this is really important, which is the last point I'll get to, so there's co-marketing opportunities with anti-aging skincare products with the donors. Not only can Wattle Labs understand these opportunities, we can then go and quantify exactly how much these opportunities could be worth. So this is really a co-marketing, co-branding opportunity. You would be saying things like Aesop brings quietly luxurious ritual to everyday life. Melbourne-born, botanically informed formations that feel gentle on the mature skin are welcome in a calm bathroom cabinet. The lightweight creams and nourishing serums hydrate without fuss. The subtle herbal fragrances soothe rather than overwhelm. The themes in that marketing material should include gentle ritual for graceful, mature skin, nourishing botanicals rooted in Australian heritage. The features that you would push would be rich, nourishing formulations to replenish mature, dry skin. And some of the calls to action or slogans you would be using is gentle, time-honoured skincare that's lived and loved. Not only have we profiled the charities, we've profiled the individual donors. These are fake names. So we've done a profile of each and every single donor individually. We can take the donor data, and we can simply just say, I want to find the high income donors and work with your marketing department to run a campaign for high income individuals. Similarly, you might say high income individuals, we want to upsell them to be personal donors or bequeath estates to your charity. But we can then say Robin Sims is an Australian community worker and a senior public administration professional whose high income role blends hands-on community services with strategic people and culture leadership. Using AI and machine learning, we have a persona of Robin Sims. We know her dreams and desires. We know her fears and worries, goals, the type of groceries she eats. So imagine I was an outbound salesperson and I'm about to call Robin to see if she wants to donate her estate on the occasion of her passing. As a compassionate Australian community leader who values people and culture, donating to a trusted animal charity lets you turn your empathy into measurable impact. Supporting shelter care, behavioural rehabilitation, community education programs that keep families and pets together. Your gift, whether it's a one-off donation or major gift or legacy pledge, strengthens the social fabric. The themes in the call is all about support Australian wildlife, strengthen community wellbeing, leadership and care, high impact philanthropy, volunteer first giving, emergency rescue funds. So the charity is registered for tax deduction because she's got a high income. She will receive transparent quarterly impact reports with financial breakdowns and KPIs. So this is probably the stuff that you would need in your product to really entice this high value person, some financial incentives. But the question then is, what charity most resonates with her behavior, psychology, and psychometrics? I just pitched her an animal charity, but as it turns out, I probably should have looked at this first. She's most aligned and would most likely donate to international aid. So my best pitch would have been international aid. I just picked animal charities at random. It's a big loss for me. The other cool thing, which is you can do, is you can take all the charities and then you can recommend supermarkets. So what this is saying is it's psychologically profiled all the charities and all the donors, and then it's psychologically profiled the catchment areas of all the supermarkets, and it said which one has the greatest overlap. So where in Australia, really where should you solicit? Put a pop-up store outside of the IGA at Surf Beach or the Milton IGA plus liquor, the Aldi at Salamander Bay, Woolworths at Salamander Bay. So Salamander Bay would be a great place to solicit for donations in Australia. That's all the cool stuff we can do. And it's just unlimited by imagination. We can do anything. We can make TV ads. We can make radio commercials. We can make individual ads targeted to individual people. We can change the UX on your websites based on the psychological profiles of the people coming onto your website. So some people might like certain content. We can manipulate certain content to resonate with certain types of psychological profiles or income, socioeconomic indicators. It's just heaps of stuff. Let's do it. And this is just a demo with Tasmanian charity data. Imagine what we could do if we could do this real time if we wanted to. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.